Daddy, you're my Superman.
Hi. Do you like birds? I don't. But we're going to take care of some anyways. You see, a couple weeks ago, my mom's parrots, and we believe her parakeets also, laid a few eggs. They finally had little families. Now, at first, my mom's parrots and her parakeets shared a cage, and things were hunky dory at first. Everything was all chill vibes. But when they finally had the eggs, things turned hostile very quickly. And the parrots turned very violent and they resorted to cold blooded murder. So, what they ended up doing was killing my mom's male parakeet. And to save the female from any possible violence, we moved her to her own cage. The context of that is that they used to share a cage, thus, they shared a nest space. So what ended up happening, what we think ended up happening, and you guys will see what I mean, is they shared the nest and both had eggs. What we thought happened was that just the parrots were able to, I guess, lay eggs because the parakeets had been trying for a while and they had not been successful. So we just kind of scratched that off as a possibility. But now that we have these little babies, it's looking like that might have been what happened. So what had originally happened was there were 4 eggs that had hatched into little baby birds. And as time went on, I think less than a week later, 2 of those 4 babies would perish. And I think it was because of neglect. Maybe these 2 parrots were just not ready to take care of such a large nest. We're not sure. But what me and my mom decided to do was to save the other 2 from suffering the same fate and kind of just opting to raise them by hand, I guess you could say, is like basically bottle feeding them. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be introducing you to all of my mom's birds, and we're going to be feeding the 2 babies that we have. So let's get started introducing them. Okay, so when I say I'm introducing them, I don't really mean that I'm introducing them because I don't know their names. But this is Bad Parent 1 and Bad Parent 2 right in there, as you can see. Oh. Those are her parrots. They're annoying, they're loud, and apparently they're very violent. And this is her parakeet. This is her female. Her husband was brutally murdered. Say hi. Okay, they're kind of worked up because I'm so close to their cages, but can you see how beautiful they are? Oh my goodness. Look, she's flying around. And I really wish that the camera would focus on these guys so you guys could see them. Okay, so let's introduce the babies. Let me put this on my shirt right here. Let's introduce the babies. Here we have what I think is the parakeet baby. Now, if you guys look really closely, we named this one Tweety Bird. Tweety Bird. Oh god, she looks dead. Come on, Tweety, lift your head up. Come on, Tweety, show them how strong you are. Yeah, you're so strong. Come on, Tweety. Come on, Tweety. It's their feeding time, so she's probably a little bit weak. Oh, her little pouch actually looks kind of full. So I'll be talking to you guys about that and walking you through like what the process kind of looks like. Oh my goodness, and this is Omu. Omu, I googled, means parrot in Japanese. Now, as you can see, Omu is way bigger than Tweety. And he's got like the feathering going on. Very different looking birds. Very, very different. Look at that. Very, very, very different. They hatched at the exact same time. And Tweety cannot open her eyes. Omu is like fully developed almost. Look at him. He's rocking and rolling. It's like not even fair. So what we think is these are 2 different species. And I think that might be obvious. Oh, look at that. I can't tell if that's cute or if he's trying to murder him. Okay. So what I think I'm going to be trying to do in this video is taking you guys and showing you what we kind of do to feed them. And so this is what we bought. It's called Exact Hand Feeding, and it's a bird feeding formula. You guys can see here, I'll show you. It's a powder. It's much like baby formula, or like a very fine oatmeal, you could probably say. And this is kind of what we've been doing, is feeding them. What we do is we get a little scoopful of the powder, and we put it in. The best thing that we've been using for right now is kind of like a shot glass, and we add some warm water and mix it all up so that it's nice, and it's got like a watery oatmeal texture, because you don't want it too thick, but you also don't want it like super watery. Trying to just kind of get that exact texture that it would be if like a mama bird were to regurgitate it into the baby's mouth. And we've been using syringes to simulate that by putting the syringe into the bird's beak and very, very gently pressing down on it so that it all just kind of goes down their throats. And we've been doing that for about a week now. So it's been working. They've been eating. They're obviously not dead. They're not starving. I think development is going well right now. They're both at very different stages, and I think it's because they're both very different species. Look at Omo. Let me tell you a little bit about their house. So this is their little house. It's got a thermometer inside of it that we try to keep at a temperature of like around 95 to 97 degrees. And that kind of keeps them nice and warm. Right now it's at 71 because it's all open and exposed and whatnot. But that's where they live. They have little wood chip things in there, and that's where they sleep. And they cuddle up on each other. They seem to get along very well. It's almost like they just know that they're siblings. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and feed them, and I'll let you guys see that. So bear with me. Okay, so mind the setup. As you guys can kind of sort of see there, nice and mushy. It's all squishy. That is nice and warm. It's a good temperature. What I'm gonna do now is put this in a syringe and get these babies all loaded up with some food. So, hold on. I'm missing kind of a crucial step. Okie dokie. So, this water is used to clean my hands and the syringe. And this water in this big pot over here is mostly used to regulate the temperature of the syringe, because it does get cold. And we don't want the formula to be cold. There we go. This is kind of how we get the bubbles out of it. Just like how you would with a baby formula bottle. You check the temperature. All right, little Omu. All right, little Omu. Okay. So let's go ahead. Get the air bubble out. There we go. So I am not like a huge fan of birds, but I am a fan of babies. I love babies, and I will nurture these babies even though I don't really like their mom. They have bad parents. Your parents are bad parents. Here you go, buddy. If you guys can see, little almost eating there. He's like, num 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 num. I feel like this has been very good for me. This has been a good thing for me to do, is kind of like take on helping these little babies grow and taking care of them, making sure they have what they need. These birds, they mean a whole lot to my mom, so that's a big reason why. That's a big reason why, is because they mean a lot to my mom. So of course, I want to make sure that these birds thrive so that she can see them thrive and so that she's happy because she's very passionate about her little birds. And she was so happy that her parrots finally had babies. And she really loved her parakeet. His name was Inko. And it really sucked that he was killed the way that he was. Just really, really bad circumstances. But I feel like this has been good for like my soul. It's weird and it's corny to say that or whatever, but like it's true. I feel like this has been really good for my soul is taking care of these little babies. I know a certain somebody who could relate because she would take in strays a lot as a kid. That was like something that she did a lot, and I remember her telling me stories of like just kind of going on a walk in the park or like around town, and then like a scraggly, ugly, one-eyed, patchy fur cat would come out hopping with one leg and missing half of an ear, and it would be like, meow, and then she would be like, "Oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing in the whole world." And this cat would approach her. These stray cats would approach her and let her pick them up, and she would just take them home and nurture them. And I just loved that about that person. So it kind of like, I don't know. This is kind of like the closest I could think of that of me getting to that is taking care of these little birds right now. Um, yeah. So this has been nice. So as you can see, Omu is almost like falling asleep while we're doing this. So what you want to pay attention to when you're feeding them is like it's weird because you would look here for most animals in their stomach. It's almost like this is their stomach right here. This little area, this pouchy thing right here. As I feed him, it's going to basically inflate like a water balloon, and we want it to be nice and big and tight because when it's deflated, that means he's nice and hungry, and when it's full, that means he's full. Come on, Omo. Come on, Omo. There we go. Good. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. So one thing we do also is we dip our little fingers in the water. We clean off his little beak. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, you're doing all right, champ. You're doing great. You're beautiful. My mom tells me that one of the cool things about these birds or what we're doing. One of the cool things about what we're doing is that when these birds are older, obviously they're gonna be like used to us because they're gonna be accustomed to being held by us and fed by hand. So finally, we're gonna have the type of birds that we can just like have like on our fingers and flying around the house and not have to worry about them freaking out and accidentally killing themselves or flying out the house and just being wild. As you can see from the others in the cage, the moment that I was within like 5 feet of them, they were just like ah, ah, ah. So yeah, definitely it's going to be nice to have such a unique pet that like a bird who is also like docile and wants to like be around you, because that's going to be funny, just kind of like sitting on the couch watching TV and then your little bird just like comes and lands on your shoulder and is like rubbing up on your beard and stuff. It's going to be funny. Yeah. Why are you shaking so much? You okay? Why are you shaking so much, huh? You're alright. Come on, we're almost done. I just need to fill up that pouch a little bit more. There we go. I think your pouch is looking nice and full. Yeah. Look at that. You know what? I think you're alright, buddy. I think you're doing great. Was that a hiccup? What was that? Was that a hiccup? You want to take a nappy nap? Alright, everybody. Say hi to Omu. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Omu. Alright, Omu. Let's put you back in your little nest. Okay, everybody. Let's feed Tweety Bird now. Now, Tweety is much smaller. Tweety most likely is not going to need much food. Everybody, look at the difference in Tweety Bird. Look at the feathers. As you can see, there's no black in the feathers. There's no plumage, there's no spikes or nothing like that. Look at the booty. Aside from sheer size, it is very obvious that Tweety is a very different species. Now, I'm no bird expert. I'm going to be proven wrong if after a few weeks he starts developing all of those things, and he just starts growing those feathers and looks like a regular old parrot. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this one is not a parrot. This one's most likely a little parakeet. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Now, Tweety has a, oh my gosh, look. You guys probably can't see because you keep moving. Tweety. Tweety's pouch is like full. Tweety's got a full pouch right there. So I don't really know if I should feed you, Tweety. I think maybe I should give you just a couple. Yeah, that's a good temperature. I think I should give you. Look, he's like face down, like he's done. He's done. Come on, Tweety. Let me just give you a little bit. Let me give you a little bit. Come on, Tweety. You alright, buddy? Oh. Come on, buddy. We want you to live. We want you to grow big and strong. Big and strong. Tweety shows more enthusiasm for eating. Neither of... Oh. What's wrong? Neither of them do the little open mouth thing that birds do when they're like first hatched. Like anticipating for the mom or whatever or for the parent to feed them. But Tweety does show a lot more enthusiasm for eating. She'll actually open her mouth sometimes and she'll make little noises in excitement for food. And I think that means a lot. Everybody, say goodbye to Tweety. We're not going to feed her very much because her pouch is full. So I think maybe she's just not digested very much. Come on, Tweety. Don't look dead for the camera. There you go. There you go. You're a trooper. We're going to put you back in here where it's warm. You're going to get to take a little nappy nap. Omu, what the heck are you doing over there? What the hell? Get out here, Omu. Omu got himself stuck in the corner over here. I'm afraid he's going to suffocate himself by getting trapped in between the blankets. Okay. So thanks for sticking around for this short little video of me feeding my mom's little birds. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean a lot, and it would help get these videos out to other people to tune in. Hit the like button to show some support for the channel. That would really mean a lot. Hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.
Daddy, you're my Superman.